So Cooper, what'd you think about that earthquake?
Well, it scared me at first, but then I had a little bit of fun in it. I was actually fast asleep in bed. I jumped out of bed and came running into the living room.
Did it bounce you around?
It did. I went bounce, 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 bounce.
So as you know, a little over 6 years ago, I moved to Keller Williams Realty, which has now grown to be the largest real estate company in all of Alaska with over 350 agents. And we had our awards ceremony on Friday night. I was surprised and pleased to find out that I was actually one of the top producers. I got an award for being in the top 10 for single agents for the entire company. And I want to say thank you, because last year, my business was 100% repeat and referral business. That means that you guys sent me some wonderful people to work with, and so many of you used me again, some of you for multiple times, and some of you even sent family members, children, and other family members to me. So I want to say thank you. And I have a great goal this year to help 30 families move. So if you have any friends, family members, co-workers that are looking to buy or sell, I'd be happy to help them. Well, Saturday was quite the awakening. It woke us up and kind of scared the crud out of us. We saw my son's reaction to it, so I put together a little thing about things to think about and emergency preparedness for earthquakes or other disasters. You'll see a clip on that here in just a little bit. Also, I have a clip about what to do if you feel like your tax assessed value is too high. The green cards were sent out last week by the municipality of Anchorage, and values are supposed to be at 100%, but we see they can range anywhere from 60% all the way up to about 140% of actual market value of the home. In addition, I wanted to let you know I have a brand new duplex that's coming on the market, so if you know anybody who would like to have someone help pay their mortgage, it's a fantastic duplex. It should sell pretty quickly at $305,000. I'll be sending a link with that along with this email. And I have a new home in East Anchorage, a nice 2-story home, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom, 2-car garage that will be coming on the market on Thursday. So if you know anyone who's interested, give me a call. So the big question on a lot of people's minds this week is, how much is my home actually worth? Most of you probably got one of these in the mail. The municipality sent out our green cards last week talking about the value of our homes. I've already had a couple of clients call me and say, hey, my house did not go up $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, did it? So I've been helping some of my clients go ahead and appeal their tax assessment, and I've sent them information about what's been selling in their neighborhood. So if you feel that the value on this card does not reflect the actual value of your home, give me a call. I'd be happy to help you with the appeals process. So I know we were rudely awakened Saturday night by that huge earthquake. I hope everyone out there is okay. I know I was terrified. I've been here my entire life. I've been through a lot of earthquakes, and that one, it just seemed like it kept building and building and going forever. Fortunately, we didn't sustain much damage other than some things falling over, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about emergency preparedness. First of all, make sure things are secured in your house. For instance, this TV did not fall over because after an earthquake about a year or so ago, I bought these earthquake straps, and my husband installed them on the TV, and we have earthquake putty on the front. So it shook, but it did not fall over. The biggest one I heard was things that people had over their beds. I heard shelves with books. People got pummeled by books. I heard about pictures and mirrors and other things falling and glass breaking. So be really conscious about that when you put up shelves or anything over a bed. I even heard about one woman who, the crib in her baby's room, she picked up her baby and the crib moved over to the wall, picture fell over, and glass got shattered all throughout the crib. So be really conscious of that, knowing that we are in an earthquake zone, about what you hang up and where you hang it. In addition to that, you want to make sure you have emergency stores. Especially if you are on well and septic, you're going to want to have spare water. I know our water got shaken up, our well got shaken up with that, and we had some sediment come out. Fortunately, we were not that bad. I have friends in Palmer and Wasilla that had water that came out brown. Sometimes with the shaking, it stirs up sediment, so it's a good idea to have 1 gallon per person per day on hand for emergencies. The other thing that we saw was a lot of people were out of power. Again, if you're on a well, you want extra water because your well does not work when the power is out, unless you have a generator. The other thing you want to make sure to have are having flashlights on hand. LED flashlights are good because the batteries tend to last fairly well. The other thing is you want to make sure that you have candles for power outages, because these are really nice just to have around. But if there's an earthquake and there might be a gas main leak, you want to make sure not to use candles. There was a house in Kenai that exploded because of a gas leak. But yeah, we always keep flashlights and candles around just in case the power goes out. And the other thing to remember is to have some spare food around, because I know we had some challenges last week with not enough food on the shelves of the stores because one of the barges didn't make it up here. Our food supply in Alaska is dependent on trucking for a lot of stuff from the lower 48 or barging a lot of stuff. In addition to that, this earthquake made a huge mess in a lot of stores. A lot of bottles, jars, and cans jumped off of the shelves. So I'm kind of curious to see where we're going to end up with food. So it's always a good idea to have some spare food on hand.